Hello, this is Rahul from Group 3. Over the past week, I have been working on making statistical analysis notebooks for all the datasets that we have for the recommender system, sentiment analysis, and the interest profiler. I've also worked on gathering some more datasets which could be used to make the predictions in recommender system and the interest profiler more accurate. Obviously, we've also been working on the user evaluation report, which is done. We have given the draft to Damien and he suggested some changes. I've made those changes as well. Also conducted user evaluation for the sentiment analysis dashboard and an updated user feedback session for the interest profiler, just because there were some improvements that were suggested in the first run and we have amended those in the interest profiler and sent that out as well. Yes, that's pretty much it for this week. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Sanvit from Group 3. So for this week, our main aim was to complete the user evaluation report. We divided the task equally. I was assigned the result of user evaluation task, which we performed the tasks of hypothesis which we defined, and we have used cognitive and questionnaire based hypothesis method, and also for integration of interest profiler, we are able I worked with Rakshit and we are able to create a proper API, post API, which is now being used in Express server in the front end using React, and it is able to fetch the data from the Flask output, and it is able to display the output in the front end. We are still finding a way to make it smoother, as running multiple applications in the back end is not feasible. And for recommender system, we are working on it, and integrating is the main task right now. We are getting an output for a recommender system. We are trying to make it similar to interest profiler, where we can get an API call which in the front end can be called easily, and we can fetch data from the back end.
Hi, this is Rakshit Gonsalves, and this week we have been working firstly on the user evaluation report. So that firstly we divided the task, and I was working with Rahul and Sanvid on the same. Then I started working on the sentiment analysis part, where now we can predict accurately on the unlabeled data sets. Then thirdly, we had a problem with Flask. So what we had is we had an interest profiler, but we couldn't integrate it with our website. So what we have done is we have successfully created a Flask for the interest profiler, and we have also created a backups codes predictor. So the recommended system is now working fine. It's recommending a few values. It's kind of accurate. And also we have integrated with Flask. We'll try to integrate it with the website and see how it goes ahead. But yeah, those are the highlights for this week. Good integration. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mehul from Group 3. This week I implemented the password reset feature in our web application. So for that I had to create one page asking user for email ID. I have added front-end validation there, and once user enters their email address in the backend, I process it. I check whether it exists in our database. If not, we throw an error that a user is not registered with us. In case user is registered with us, we create a token, store it inside our database, and have email associated with it, and we send email to user the link where they can change their password. So in the front end, I have created one page which asks for users new password and confirm password. Again, there is front end validation there, back end validation, and if the URL does not match with the token in the database, user is redirected to the home screen. Otherwise, only he is able to get the access of that page. And once done, we change the password into new hashed password and store it in our records, and we delete the token. Other than that, I did cognitive walkthrough and conclusions part in the user evaluation report, and now I will be integrating our application with backend machine learning server. Thank you.
Guys, Mayuri here from Group 3. So for this week I have worked on a recommendation system. Firstly we were using different machine learning and deep learning models for the recommendation, but it was not giving proper output. So we changed our mind and decided to do one of the type of the recommendation filtering. So that is collaborative filtering. We have using distance cosine distance as the distance matrix. And then in the second work after that I have done sampling of the data set to make the better recommendations, and worked on the UI part of that to integrate it. So that's all about me, and I also done different things in that recommendation, like label encoding to do the data set proper, hyperparameter tuning and everything. So that's all about me for this week. Thank you. And done the user evaluation report also. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I'm Siddesh Patil from Group 3, Fog the Data, and in this week the main focus was on user evaluation report. So we started working, we divided the task among the team members and started working on that individually. So from my side, I started working on Think Aloud technique for the user evaluation and collected the results and maintained it in the tabular format. And then the user evaluation report was created by all the individual results collected by Sanvid, and then later on I also helped Mayuri in the recommendation system, which was needed for which is the technical part of our project. So then with the few of the hyper tuning and sampling of the data set to give the accurate results of the recommendation system. And yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.